to Minimal Mindful Mama. Today we're going to be talking about how to simplify summer meals. If your kids are like mine, come summer when they're home all day, they are constantly starving and asking for snacks. So it can really help to have meals prepped and ready to go, or at least ideas of things that you can have that are easy and quick to make so that you're not stressing about food all summer. I love making videos that help other busy moms to declutter and to simplify their lives so that you can enjoy your motherhood more. And what better way to enjoy motherhood than to spend less time this summer focused on what am I going to feed these kids and actually be able to enjoy the summer with them. My first tip for simplifying summer meals is to have a standard breakfast. Now, many of you may do this already. This basically means having one or two things that are always what you have for breakfast. So for us during the school year, the fall and winter months especially, this is usually oatmeal. We usually top it with brown sugar and blueberries. Sometimes we change it up and do apples and cinnamon. But knowing that every morning oatmeal is for breakfast for all of the kids is really helpful because it takes the guesswork out of it. You don't have to wake up in the morning and think about what am I going to make for breakfast and feed these kids as you're trying to prep for the day and run out the door to work and school. So for the summer months, I decided to make this be smoothies instead. I usually do some fruit and some plain yogurt for some extra protein. And it just makes it really easy and simple to know that that's what's for breakfast every morning. Of course, if there's a special occasion or if you want to do something else fancy, you absolutely can. We've had a couple mornings where we've done eggs or a couple mornings where we've done pancakes or waffles. But having something simple that you have every single day takes so much of the mental load off of breakfast. It also can help you to plan in advance if you want your kids to be getting certain nutrients to start off their day. Instead of scrounging in the cabinets and trying to come up with something healthy for breakfast, if you know that you've already planned this one meal, you know that your kids are getting those nutrients to start their day off right. You can choose anything you want for your standard breakfast. You could do eggs every morning, you could do oatmeal, you could do yogurt with granola on top, or you could do smoothies like we're doing, or any number of things, egg casseroles, breakfast quiches. Just having one thing that you know and your kids know every morning will be breakfast is a huge way that I've simplified. If you're curious about the smoothies that we make, I have been doing yogurt or kefir for the protein and some probiotics. I have been adding in usually half a banana per kid because that's about what the serving size of banana is for the sweetness. And then whatever frozen fruit of the day we have or choose to use. I have strawberries that were from my garden that I had frozen. I've also been cutting up pineapple, and as that starts to turn, I've been freezing it so that we can have that for smoothies as well to do more like a pina colada kind of flavor. We buy the bags of mixed berries from Aldi. And if you want to sneak some extra nutrients in there that the kids won't notice, I highly recommended chopping up zucchini and freezing that and adding it to your smoothies as well. That way they're getting in their serving of veggies, and it really makes the smoothie have this added creaminess, and it doesn't have a taste. So that can really be helpful. If your kids are picky about the color, you can peel off some of the peels as well so that it doesn't affect the color, because I always like to add spinach to my smoothies, but then it changes the color of the smoothie and my kids don't want it. So if you're looking to add something that will be tasteless and not change the color, frozen zucchini is an awesome way to do that. My second tip for simplifying food over the summer is to create a snack tray every morning. So this can look a variety of different ways. Oftentimes I like to chop a bunch of veggies with hummus and put that on the table, and then that snack tray just stays on the table for the duration of the day. So it's something there that they can just go snack on whenever they feel hungry. And it also provides a healthy option of this is what's for snack that you can go have first before you bring out maybe some of the less healthy snack options. It's also really helpful to me because having that veggie tray on the table actually makes me go and snack on it as well, rather than skipping eating or forgetting to eat or suddenly realizing that I'm really hungry and going and looking in the fridge for something that might not be as healthy of an option. You can create your snack tray however you want. Again, I like to chop up veggies that are in the fridge that I need to use. You could also do a fruit tray. That's another really healthy option. It's fun for summer. You can do almost like a charcuterie board where you can put on some nuts or even olives or rolled up lunch meat. Whatever kind of snack tray you choose to make, creating that in the morning and then having it there to snack on all day has really cut down on the number of snack requests that I get throughout the day. My third tip is to keep lunch simple. Again, over the summer, we're often on the go and we're outside a lot more. Lunch doesn't need to be fancy. We usually end up doing peanut butter and jellies or turkey sandwiches, and having something simple like that as your standard lunch gives you the leeway that if you do want to do something more labor intensive, you absolutely have that option, but you don't need to expect that of yourself each and every day. My kids especially love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and it's not something that they can have at school because school is nut free. And so summer is the perfect time for them to indulge in as much peanut butter as they would like. I just buy the whole grain bread from the store, and then that is a quick and easy lunch option for them. My next tip is to create a list of summer dinner meals that your family enjoys. I try to have about 8 to 10 options on there, and that gives me a little bit of leeway so that when I go grocery shopping or when I go to cook dinner, I can just pick a meal that I know that my family will like. Some of our go-tos are pasta salad or pitas. Sometimes I will do chicken or pork or salmon and then just have a side of green beans or asparagus or broccoli. My kids love doing homemade pizza or breakfast for dinner. But whatever the meals are that your family enjoys having for dinner over the summer, compile those into a list, post it on your refrigerator for easy access. If you do make something else like a lasagna or enchiladas, think about doubling it and freezing it. That way you'll have an easy freezer meal for another day when you're busy and didn't have time to cook. Finally, if you have older kids like I do, consider putting them in charge of a meal each week. This will look differently based on the ages of your children, but my oldest daughter is currently 8, and so one of the things I've been doing with her this summer is we have been going through a cookbook together. I bought the American Girl Around the World cookbook, and it's been really fun to pick a country each week and to make the recipe from that country. It's helping all of our kids to enjoy trying new foods. It's helping to teach my daughter how to read a recipe and to shop for ingredients and to cook and learn some basic cooking skills. And it also takes some of the pressure off of me to come up with something new to have for dinner, because I know we'll have our tried and true summer meals, and then one night a week my daughter and I will make something new and exciting together. And that's one less meal that I really have to think about or plan for beyond following the recipe we picked that week. If your kids are older and are able to cook more on their own, you can assign them to do it more on their own. Whether they have one meal that they know how to cook and they have a night of the week that it's their job to cook that meal, or if they're older, you can even have them find a recipe and plan for it all on their own and then cook that for your family. I definitely believe in delegating, and so even if your kids are small, maybe there's one night a week that your husband could grill something, but by sharing the burden of cooking for your family with the other members of your family, it can really help to make cooking over the summer a lot more fun and enjoyable. If you're interested in more tips of how I've simplified other areas of my life, I've linked my new ebook down below in the description box. It'll also be the top comment down below. I've spent months working on this ebook to create a one-stop, all-in-one resource for you guys that will take you room by room and share a lot of my best mom tips with you so that you can simplify your life and not be so overwhelmed. I've worked hard to make this just a really easy way to go through the book and declutter together. So be sure to check that out down below. Before you go, I'd love it if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you ring that little bell button, you'll get notified when I upload new videos. It really helps me out when you guys like and subscribe, so don't forget to do that before you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy summer meal planning, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.